Right, I'm here at Bowood in Wiltshire. I've got Matt Lockie on the camera.
Hello.
All right,
Mark
Matt.
Crossfield. How are you?
Good, thank you. 3 golf tips that could just change people's golf like forever.
Ooh.
Ever and ever? Ever. Forever. Right, 3 tips, and these ones, like, if you can get these in your head, you will transform how you play, stroke, work towards being better. First one is face the path. So what does face the path mean? So path, the club as it hits the ball is traveling on a path. It could be relatively straight, it could be out to in, it could be in to out at different levels. Then the second thing is how that face relates to the path. So once the path is set, let's pretend it's 0, it's straight, we now need the face to relate to that path. So if I'm going to hit this shot, I know what path I'm going to try and achieve with this club, which will be relatively straight. So everything I'm doing in my movements, positions I'm trying to feel, what I'm doing with my wrist, even to my grip, to my ball position, is built around trying to deliver a 0-ish face, because that's where the path is. Now this whole dog legs to the right, so if I wanted to cut it, I'm going to move my path out to in, so more from right to left, which now means ball position. Everything I do is I'm going to try and move that face so it is open to that path to get the curvature I want. Having the awareness of where the face is in related to your path is just absolutely key. Now, this sounds quite obvious. Lots of people will be going, oh, I know that, that's obvious. So that's the hardest bit, isn't it? Well, it is the hardest bit, but lots of people, when I ask them when they're hitting shot, what path is the club going to be swinging on as you hit this shot, they haven't got a clue. They're going to hit a shot and they're hoping they swing at 0. There are plenty of good golfers out there who fade the ball. There's plenty of good golfers out there who draw the ball. You've got to just make sure the face is corresponding to that path. Easiest way of doing that, you see all the deer, look, 5 of them.
4 of them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
3 under the tree. The 6.
Oh my God, look at them all.
It's a deer party.
Deer fest. I love it.
Easiest way to try and move face the path is to get control of the face by playing so much with wrist angles and in turn grip. So if I wanted to hit extra right to left curvature, I'm going to move my grip more around to the right hand side, and then as I make my backswing, see I've added more angle in here, I'm going to just try and constantly take that angle out. That will make the face start to point more down to the ground, which in turn now is going to be closed hopefully to the path I swing it on. Vice versa to that, if I wanted to move it more left to right, I'm going to move my grip more over to the lead side, more over to the left. I'm going to, as I make my swing now, I've taken all this angle out of my lead wrist, I'm going to actually try and add some angle in. That in turn makes the face now more up to the sky, which as I deliver that club is going to have more of a chance of being open to a path. Understanding your face to path, playing with face to path angles, trying to manipulate face to path angles is a massive one for you getting better. Controlling face to path allows you to understand where your good and bad shots will come. Please miss the deer. Scattered a couple of them, but there they go. They were right on my aiming point. Next tip. This one just is massive for all golfers. So for anyone who's coached for any period of time, these ideas just come back around over and over again with nearly every student you do. Got a lofted club, a mid-iron and a driver. If your golf grip is hurting your game, you need to understand what part it helps and what part it hurts, and if it's worth trying to even out the bit that it helps to help the bit that it hurts. There's so much good information around where a neutral golf grip is that I used to always think, I mean, one of the main reasons I started YouTube years and years ago is because I had golfers come for lessons who couldn't grip it, and I used to think, God, why are you paying me for that?
Yeah.
There's books, there's everything back then. So I made videos and would point people in a direction like, go and watch them after we've done our grip lesson so we don't have to do it again.
It was your first YouTube video.
It was my first YouTube video 10, 12, 13 years ago, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Just think of the ideas. Let's pretend I use a really strong grip.
Yeah.
And that allows me to hit really good iron shots, say.
Okay.
So I get a club with a bit of loft, like a 7-iron, I have a strong grip and my iron play is great. But my driver's rubbish because a really strong grip takes loft off as a general rule.
And that
Can't take loft off a driver because there isn't much loft.
Yeah.
So it doesn't work for that. Then in turn, the other thing that happens, you have a really strong grip, lofted club, and you're in a bunker where you need to open it up.
Yeah.
And you just can't twist your hands anymore because you've got full twist at the start. Or you've got a chip shot where you need to loft it up. So you start seeing people kind of really trying to do crazy things lofted up because they're fighting the match up with their grip.
Yeah.
Understanding how your grip relates to your good parts of your game, to your bad parts of your game, and then playing. I was like, it's like having, let's say, each one of these disciplines, a medium iron, a lofted iron, and a driver, 3 cups.
Yeah.
You've got to try, and you might have the iron cup full and the other 2 are low. How much better will you be if you even them out? Kind of, you know, where are you putting your skills? If you load them all in one, could be really weak grip, really strong grip, could be a neutral grip, whatever it is. I'm someone who had a very, very neutral grip, and I've had to change it to much stronger to match up with the ideas of my delivery around speed.
Yeah.
So you don't have to have a correct grip. You have to have a grip that's functional for you. So my grip that I use now isn't the same as what I used when I played my full-time golf, because the agenda of what I'm trying to deliver has changed, and it will be the same for you. I see so many golfers building disciplines around extreme grips and then really struggling at extreme ends of the disciplines.
Yeah.
And then also I see golfers really leveling out quick, like quite skilled sports people who come and you just think, cool, yeah, you've leveled yourself so much out with that grip that you can't do some of these basic things that you're physically able, and like you're sporty, you should be able to do it, but you've paralyzed yourself by playing so long with hold. Get a hold that matches your skills if it means going to a lesson. Rule of thumb for most golfers, the more neutral your grip is, this is just a rule of thumb because you'll see great players with strong and weak grips. The more neutral your grip is, 3 knuckles, 2 knuckles on the lead hand, more in the fingers of the trail. You know, I don't need to do a grip lesson, I've got hundreds. Watch my first YouTube video if you want a grip lesson. It's the idea of matchups that are going to really help you with all your game, rather than just perfect like one discipline. Last tip, Matthew.
Go on.
What works for me, or works for you, or works for my mum or my dad or your mates might not work for you because of this idea of matchups. Because we're not all going to grip it the same, we're going to have functional grips. We all have different ball positions because we swing all at different speeds. We're going to need different delivery. We've got very different bodies, shapes, sizes, strengths, flexibilities, everything. Just the way the energies travel through your body are different, subject to your side. If you speak to great people like Mark Ball, you'll learn amazing things about how just your energy flows through your body, and it affects even the way you turn.
Yeah.
From a John Ram who has to move more this way to a long, tall, thin person, or you move more this way around. It's amazing when you look at it. But my point being that what works for one person won't work for the next. You can get ideas, you can educate, you can learn enough about grip, you can learn about face to path. I had someone post the other day on a comment saying something like, yeah, but the face has to be here at this point.
Yeah.
Face doesn't have to be anywhere at any point. There are some guidelines, but it's reference to what you're trying to achieve. So what works for you? I used to always, or a really good coach used to say to my mum, who was a little bit wanted everyone's tips, was like, you can't take other people's medicine.
Yeah.
You've got to take your own medicine.
Yeah.
You can't just go, I can't just go into your house, into the medicine cabinet. Oh, you've got medicine, I'm taking medicine. What have you taken that for? That was the cat's medicine. So what works for me might not work for you. You've got to try and make yourself as educated as you can be about your own game, and then apply ideas that you're watching in these videos, these tips. Practice them, see how they play out for you, and make sure you're able to get rid of the ones that absolutely do not apply to you.
I think that's where, if you've got a coach that you like, then going on a journey with them really helps too. Rather than going for your one-offs and thinking that's going to change everything, going on a 6-month, 12-month journey with a coach and working out your patterns and thoughts and sentences that will work will only help your golf.
Totally. These tips change any students I work with. Like, it changes them forever. It doesn't always just shift the needle in making them better or worse, but it shifts the needle in how they learn, which then gives them the opportunity, if they choose to work, to be better.